All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. We got Thursday Night Football Week 2 to jump into. Today we got the Chargers taking on the Chiefs. Right now, Chiefs are 3.5-point favorites at home. The total is 54.5. We got one play on the game and then a couple player props that I want to jump into as well. But before we do any of that, guys, I do have to take a second and ask you guys to please hit that big red subscribe button. We are less than 100 subscribers away from 11,000 subscribers, which, let's get some crowd noise. Let's pump in some crowd noise here. I can't believe we're almost at 11,000 subscribers. So if you guys do find it in your kind heart to hit that big red subscribe button, please hit that subscribe button, like the video, and then you can comment as well. At 11,000 subscribers, we're going to be doing a pretty cool giveaway. We'll be giving away one official NFL jersey. You get to choose the team, you get to choose the player. You can probably customize it if you want your name on the back, but we're going to be doing that to give away once we get to 11,000 subscribers to kind of give back to you guys. So keep an eye out for official details. We're still, like I said, less than 100 subscribers away. We haven't hit 11,000 subscribers yet, but once we do, we will be doing that giveaway. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for these. And if you are a baller, which are the members on the channel, if you guys are a baller, your entrance counts for $2. So if you guys do want to pay $2.99 a month for that extra level of support on the channel, all you got to do is hit that join button as well. It helps us make more and better content. So if you guys do want to continue to have that extra support, I guess, please do that. And you guys do get some perks too, like the multiple entrances to a giveaway. You get emojis in the comments. You get a logo next to your name. It's pretty cool stuff. We're developing a pretty cool community. So I cannot thank you guys enough for the NBA season, the MLB season, and now the NFL season. You guys are the real MVP. So hit that subscribe button. Consider becoming a baller today as well. And let's jump into this game. We got some football to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, as of right now, -3.5 is the spread. The total's 54.5. The total did open up at 54. As of right now, 88% of the public bets are on the Chiefs -3.5. 59% of the money on the Chiefs, 79% on the over as of right now. And when I say as of right now, keep an eye on the pinned comment. You know, the OGs of the channel know I say keep an eye on the pinned comment like 50 times a video. We're recording this a day or so early, and we're probably most likely going to be doing that for Thursday night games for the season. So just keep an eye on the pinned comment for if anything changes or any updates need to be made. That's kind of where you're going to get your news feed or your most up-to-date stuff from us within the pinned comment. So keep an eye on that. But as of right now, even with 88% of the bets and 59% of the money, we haven't seen the spread budge at all. So I'm thinking these two lines, both the total and the spread, are looking pretty good here. Both these teams coming off a relatively easy cover last week. The Chargers taking down the Raiders and the Chiefs taking down the Cardinals. Kansas City at home in this one. Last 9 games at home, 8-1 straight up. However, in their last 3 meetings, these two teams, LA is 2-1 straight up, also covering 2-1. And these are all recent games here. So LA has had the upper hand on the Chiefs in their last 3 meetings here. The total is 2-1 to the over, and they've had some big numbers to cover. 55, 54, 43 was the lowest total in that last 3 games mix. But they still scored 59 points combined in that game. In fact, in the last 3 meetings, they're averaging 58.3 points total. So if you haven't guessed it, I do like the total in this one. Now, I'll admit, it's tough to take a 54.5 point total in week 2 of the NFL season. You know, teams are still figuring stuff out, ironing out plays, testing stuff. It's tough to pull the trigger on a 54.5 point total, but I think we're going to do it this week. I see this one going right around that, maybe 56 to 58, so we're treading water there. We're coming real close to, you know, what we predict and what Vegas has here, but I do think that these two teams play pretty quick. In fact, if we look at a stat that you can kind of equivalent to a pace of play type thing, which is yards per point, both of these teams as of last week, or, you know, only including the first week of the NFL season, were in the top half of yards per point on the offensive side, and then in the bottom half of opponents' yards per point. That's just week 1. If we look back to last year, the story's even better here. Both were top 10 in yards per point on the offensive side of things, and LA was the 5th worst team when it came to the opponent's yards per point. So yards per point is just a way that probably throughout the NFL season I'm going to use to be able to predict these games and also kind of get a sense of pace of play. It's pretty much just how many yards do you go versus the points that you score. The lower the number, obviously, the better, because you want to score per every yard you get in a sense. So, just keep that in mind as we predict these games, that yards per point is a very strong stat to look at when it comes to NFL games here. And both these teams look like they're going to play with a pretty damn fast pace. So our first pick in this game is going to be over 54.5. It's going to be a final play. Obviously, anything changes, you can check it out in the pinned comment. But yeah, I like that. I don't really like either side of this game. If anything, I'm going to lean Chiefs minus 3.5 because I think that they looked really, really good in week 1. Obviously, Keenan Allen could be out for the Chargers, which he's going to be a huge piece of their offense year in and year out. So we're going to lean Chiefs here, especially at home in a primetime type of game here. We're going to go Chiefs minus 3.5 if we had to give a lean, but our play on this game is going to be the over 54.5. So we're rooting for points. Before we get into the player props, guys, I got some housekeeping to get into. Two things. First off, let's talk about the ride of the day, guys. If you know what the ride of the day is, we ask you guys to use hashtag ride of the day in the comments. Give me a player prop, and I'll be jumping on board with one person in the comments. We're looking at the ride of the day from the Monday Night Football game. It came in from T-Bone 509, and unfortunately, he had Javonte Williams' touchdown. Did not hit. We gotta give the womp womp, guys. You know the rules. You get a shout out in the video if I do ride with your pick, and I'll let you know in the comments I'm saying I'm riding with it or let's ride or something like that. But T-Bone, Javonte Williams got it to the goal line and then fumbled on one play, so this could have been a hit for plus money as well. So I like the pick. We jumped on board, but unfortunately we catch the L there. Guys, again, use hashtag ride of the day if you do want to have a chance of being shouted out, and I'm jumping on board with one player prop in the comments for this game. But let's get into some player props. Yeah, we got a couple that we like in this one as of right now. First and foremost, I think this one's probably going to be a pretty square play. I think a lot of people will be on it, but it's going to be Travis Kelce, anytime touchdown scorer. The Chargers last week come in at the 9th worst spot versus covering the tight ends there. In 2021, which last year I like to look at as well because we only have one game of a sample size for this year so far. 2021, they're the 2nd worst team in allowing fantasy points to a tight end, which is, again, another way of looking at tight end success against a team. So we're going Travis Kelce touchdown in this game. I think we're going to get around probably minus 125 odds, which you're playing a little bit of juice there, but I do think that this one cashes for us. He had a touchdown week 1. He absolutely went off. One of the best in the game, if not the best tight end in the game right now against one of the worst tight end defenses in the game. So Travis Kelce is the #1 player prop in this game. Next up, we got a guy who, I don't know, maybe looked a little different. Maybe had a little resurgent. New team, knew him. Gerald Everett. We're also going to be throwing in anytime touchdown for him. This is a little bit of a flyer. We're looking at like plus 230 to plus 250 odds on this one. He went for three catches, 54 yards, and a tutty last week. And the Chiefs let up a touchdown to the opposing tight end in Zach Ertz as well. So this is a little bit of a flyer. This one could, either make or break us for the week because it is looking like a big time hit if we do hit it here. But I do think that in the red zone here, this is going to be a guy that, if Mike Williams isn't there, Keenan Allen's out, Herbert's going to be looking at Gerald Everett, a big target, new tight end, definitely the clear-cut tight end #1 on that team, and I do like this one as well that we're about to say here. This is the third play, and I don't know if this one's coming in. This is where you have to check the pin comment, but Gerald Everett receptions if Keenan Allen is out. I'm hoping this line is right around 2.5, maybe 3.5. We want to get risky for plus money, but for reasons that I just said, I think that this team is going to be looking to the tight end a decent amount. The Chiefs do not cover the tight end position at all well, and Gerald Everett is the new face there. Herbert may be developing a liking to him. So the 3 player props we have for you guys are Travis Kelce anytime TD, and then 2 plus money plays here. So I'm hoping Gerald Everett can come through for us in this one, but a Gerald Everett touchdown and a Gerald Everett over in receptions. I want to see what that final line is yet. We don't have that. We do have the touchdowns locked in, but we don't have his final line for reception, so we'll keep an eye on that. But both these teams do not cover the tight end well. We're already rolling with the over in this game. We're looking for a lot of points. Maybe their weakest position on defense will come through and we see a couple touchdowns out of the tight ends. But that's all I got for you guys today. Hopefully you guys do enjoy the videos here, guys. We're having a blast doing this. Let's bounce back from that. We didn't have a good Thursday last week. We had a bad Thursday last week, but we had a really good weekend. So hopefully we do, continue that success. But we'll catch you guys in the next video. As always, peace out.